Welcome back, everybody, to Saginaw Valley State University Esports. Oh, it's been too long since I've gotten to say that. I am so ecstatic to be here. I am Aquatic, joined by my fellow caster if he wants to introduce himself.
I am Puff. I've now realized you'll find out, well, you already saw from the starting screen who we're fighting. Ignore the fact that there's no names on the score right now.
It'll be Saginaw's Valorant A team going up against University of Michigan's JV team. We're going to have a great match here, starting off the second week. As always, with Valorant, we're going to have a great night for you guys here. We'll take just a second. I think they're in lobby, so you might just get us yapping for a couple of minutes here before we get in. But we'll be in just a sec. We'll be in there in just a sec. So,
we've had
recap.
A very explosive start to the season for Valorant so far. They won their first game of the season 2-0 against, I believe, Illinois Tech, but I'm not entirely sure.
I was sick in bed. Yep, did not get the chance to see it.
It was a very fun game. There was a Teo, I believe, on both sides, if I remember correctly.
Teo is currently a little strong. He might be one of the most strongest characters ever of all time that has ever existed.
The Valorant team seems to think he's currently in a good state and everyone else is just weak. That's straight from the captain's mouth.
Hey, that's all can always be the case. Every other character is just bad. that could be what's happening here. Or maybe that guy who can pop up his iPad, throw down brim mollies without aiming, has arguably the best drone in the game, and click and point adventure ultimate.
Sorry, don't mind me. I was just clearing B site.
At the start, for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, there was a new character recently added, Teo, who has some pretty strong abilities. He's an initiator. He has a drone that goes out and is invisible until the enemies and the drone can see each other, and then it'll go up and reveal everybody in the area and suppress them, like KO's knife. He also has, like, similar to how Brim can pull up and place smokes, he can place down two little orbs that'll go, 2 or 3, and it'll go and do like a KO molly effect.
It's like 2, but it's so large.
They're big and they do a lot of damage, and his last ability isn't quite as useful. I think it's a concuss that he can throw. It bounces once. That's not really the pain point in his kit. That's a more balanced part of it. And his ult is like a breach ult that's a little smaller that he can place anywhere, and it'll go and instead of concussing, it does damage. And if you stand in it, you will die.
I'm gonna be honest. His last util, I think it has gotten so little use that I didn't know it existed. I knew about the drone and I knew about the missiles.
Full honesty, I was watching a recap by a YouTuber who was complaining, and I totally forgot the third. He never mentioned that piece of utility. I had to like sit there and rack my brain thinking about the character release. I finally remembered. I was like, oh yeah, it's the bouncy concuss. Woo.
We are also going to have SV Meister back. He was gone last week. He was on a cruise, complaining a little bit about the fact that he didn't have Wi-Fi to go and play Valorant. That, it's fine. That's the enthusiasm we like to see.
That's the enthusiasm we like to see. We don't need an intervention, clearly.
We will be looking to get right into it.
Going on to Split, map that was reworked within the past year, and I'd say it's been pretty solid. I've seen a bunch of games on it. I've seen largely positive reviews on it, and I know the meta is pretty interesting on it. Other than Teo, this is Teo's best map apparently. But we do get to see currently.
It looks like up number on there. Session's already got it.
There's Teo. And no, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. I think it's got some cool stuff.
It's fun to watch it happen.
It is.
It's always interesting to see what he can cover. I just don't want to ever be on the other side of it.
Oh, never would I ever want to play against Teo. But like his character design is really cool. Is he Colombian? Is that what it is? I'm trying to remember where his country origin was. I believe it was Colombia. Don't quote me on that.
Valorant lore, it's over my head.
Yeah. Oh.
I do love the fact that we get to see Raze back in the meta. It's so much fun to watch where they get to blast pack off too.
Even with this, when they're slower now, it's still just so much fun. The character from a spectator's perspective, zooming around the map, a blast. We do get to see, it looks like it is locked in, we get to see Vice, the second newest character, who's a Sentinel, and I think kind of cool.
The wall is pretty fun.
the wall's kind of fun. The wall's kind of fun. I haven't gotten to play Vice yet, but the Flash looks like a blast. That looks like such a fun piece of utility. I'm always sue me, but I like the slow orb kind of abilities. I think they're fun. I always like Sage Slow Orb. Underrated part of utility. Just wait, I'm gonna call it right now on the official SVSU channel. This is Aquatic's official opinion. Give it another 5 years, and like we're gonna be seeing Sage Slow Orb lineups everywhere. Slow Orb is gonna become a massive part of her kit. You just wait. You just wait. It's gonna be big.
How confident in this are you?
I am so confident. I have no reason to be this confident. I'll be honest. There's nothing saying that Slow Orb is a particularly useful piece of utility, but I swear, like they'll be lobbing it just like Sova arrows. It's gonna be like, oh, I can't peek because I'll peek too slow because everyone's gonna be like really good, and you just can't afford to peek an angle. And it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big.
Loading for a little bit, but you know,
someone
that's the point.
might be on a toaster. That happens.
You can play Doom on one of those.
Yeah, you can play Doom. I'm assuming on a pair.
Yeah.
There's enough like electrical stuff. I've seen people do stuff on potatoes. I'm sure. Yeah.
Have you seen the like Sage Slow Orb into Brimstone ult or something of that?
It is around. Yes, the Slow Orb into damaging ability is around. I think it's gonna keep going. I still remember one of my fondest memories back in beta. Like one of the first things I did is start to lab Slow Orb lineups. I still have. I was so. I didn't record. I just like took a picture of my screen to save the lineup. I still have those, and I've always been like Sage Slow Orb. You just wait. Okay, surely my tangent about Slow Orb would have gotten us through.
It's gonna be a little bit interesting to see how like the Omen plays compared to the Astra, because I think we're in. We made it.
But
I think we saw the mirror the last time we were here, but also I don't think we were here last time. We weren't here last week, but we were here for finals, and I'm pretty sure it was the Omen mirror.
I'd assume. Omen, even with the nerfs, you just have so much time on the Omen. That's the thing. Whenever they make like big changes or nerfs characters, even if the character might be a little weaker than another option, take like Jet. If you have somebody who's been playing Jet the entire time, like Jet and Raze, that's usually what your duelist players are gonna have played. And even if like there's this crazy new thing like Yoru's was meta for a moment, and like, your duelist player probably doesn't have time on them, and you'll likely see that. Even if Omen is gonna be a little weaker, it might take a while for people to switch over to other characters just because Omen has been around for so long now. We'll probably still see him for a bit, no matter how weak he is.
Little do they know our stream is on a 3-minute delay.
Little do they know. Are they saying something about it in the chat?
No, they're saying they got too mono. We made the joke that we had 0 seconds of delay, and they're just like, oh, got it. We'll pull it up. We'll Opera GX it. You know, it's just like the tiny little pop-up window when you're playing.
The picture-in-picture. Yeah.
Mid-Valorant game. Who needs to see? Is the game? We're paused.
I don't know if it's
what's
doing
going on
spectator right now, but I vibe with the walkthrough.
We be zooming. Can we go and see the tiny little ropes area real quick?
Ropes.
For context on Teo Util, for about the size of his mollies or whatever you'd like to call them, the down there by the ropes, if we head down into this little pit of death right here, that is entirely covered if he feels like just chucking his util in there.
Through both mollies, he can cover that entire space. One can cover the entire space.
I think if he sends out one, it pops out two, right?
Does it?
Unless
I could be wrong. You might be right on that. You might be right on that.
Josh is nodding.
Josh is nodding. So if he has two and each pop out two, he can put down 4 in total. 4 explosion.
No. It's just he just has 2.
Okay, he just has 2, and each are 1. Okay.
Okay, they just committed all the util to that. Understood.
But you can completely cut off that entire space. That's
because like you can
crab. I don't think I've ever seen this crab.
That reminds me so much of the Another Crab's Treasure crab models. I gotta be honest. It looks so similar. Another Crab's Treasure, the Crab Souls Lake. It looks so similar to one of the bosses in the Sands Between, but we are starting the match so we can...
Whoa!
No, it's too late. No, we're getting back to Valorant.
We're getting freeze fast and 1 in.
We're getting back to Valorant. We've stalled for long enough. 18 seconds on this pistol round. My favorite time, because who cares about dying? It's pistol round.
It's pistol round. It's pistol round. Maybe one of the... An important round, first round. You get to see what the teams are made of right at the start. It's kind of a precursor for what's going to happen. I always say the match doesn't start until both teams have a full buy, but this is the good preview. This is the precursor.
Actually,
Really strong start here from U of M, who are starting out in the defense. They'll be blue, getting 2 kills, get very aggressive up through pistol rounds. The rest of Saginaw is going up through mid towards B. Looks like they have B heaven. They're going to have sight here. U of M's just going to back off. They're not going to do anything too crazy. They're just going to say, hey, we got 2 kills. You take sight. We'll do a 5-man retake. We call it a day.
we see them all lining up near the actually, no, there's 4 stacked defenders spawn. We do have SVSU pushing up close, trying to catch it. U of M with the same thing they did to us at the start of the round, not getting a pick off yet, but it looks like there's going to be a firefight. Sending deep around the corner, manages to find one, make that 2. It's just going to be smashed and left on site.
Teo can hold this.
You know, honestly,
Teo can hold this.
He's going to find a 1 before he goes out. U of M is going to take the first round with an explosive start right off the bat, and then also they engaged so fast both the times around the corner. As soon as they knew they were all there and they were gone.
So speedy. I love to see good Valorant play. The teamwork of like, hey, we see someone over there. We know we both are immediately going to go over there, take them down. Man, that's so fun to watch. We said, no, we saw Outlaw for a second. We're big Outlaws enjoyers here here at Saginaw Valley.
Just
at least the
'cause-
cashers are. We love seeing it.
Honestly, that gun didn't actually get added into the game until like 3 months after it was. It might have well.
Really
It
didn't-
might
I
as well
never
have
saw
not been
I
there.
did not see that gun until semi recently.
At least down here for us.
Oh
we
yeah,
didn't,
oh yeah.
we didn't see. I got no idea what the pros
They
are
like
doing.
people who actually play the game.
But
Yeah.
we are going to be seeing a judge, a stinger. U of M is going to be on. We still don't. What was this round called? Did you actually find it?
I never found.
We have no idea what it's called.
I so swear that there was a name for the second round,
We're
like
gonna be
after you won
seeing it.
pistols, but I don't know. I know the third round is a bonus if you win the one after pistols. I don't know what that second one is called. If you know, drop it in the chat. Tell us what that second round is called.
SVSU currently stacking mid, pushing up high life, still lurking all the way down in the sewers. A little bit of sewer rat. You know, we love to see it. As we explode onto the site, not site, the high ground. Meister getting in. Apparently it's a tiger. Definitely looks like a dog.
It's definitely so not a tiger. There's literally no way that's a tiger.
As SVSU starts to make the rotate over to A site, it's just going to be the Austria here for U of L. Nope, never mind.
Still got the Omen up towards A main. Has taken a bunch of space. We'll see a little bit of it. Oh yeah, Hamish.
Aiming.
I'm gonna go with Rays. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go with Rays. Even the Rays finds in the corner there, that great off angle, not completely tucked into the corner, but really well done there. Smashing does find one with the Teo ability that does so much damage.
But it
A
is
couple more fall.
actually it's only going to be 3-2 from SVSU. Zabza finds another one, and it's just going to be Zabza on literally 1 health. He was on
What
Pixel. Is going to get caught by Deep, I believe, rotating over from A. SVSU, we just got stuck in the middle for a little bit, a little while there. I think it was because we ended up losing high life because of the lurking rays on the way up to A ramp.
Yeah.
You know, I talked about the sewer rat. Apparently, we also have the what, ramp rat? I don't
The
know.
ramp rat.
Yeah, no, it is
was
ramps.
exterminated by the ramp exterminator.
Which rat is more powerful?
Mm.
Apparently, the one that doesn't move.
I guess so. The stationary rat gets the cheese. This is derailed.
Anyways, going into it now, we have U of M's bonus round. We do know the name for this one.
I remember the name.
SVSU is going to be having mostly Vandals, actually, I think mostly Phantoms. Wait, did U of M buy?
I believe so. Yeah.
The
yeah,
people
they-
that died bought. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
But SVSU going to be having the gun advantage as they start to head over to B site.
There goes the Teo ability. Didn't quite find anything. Oh, but D-Mister, what a spicy flick there. Oh, what a one tap.
Is
Not
just
or
now
one.
going to be one U of M agent left on site as SVSU goes on, clearing back corner. Sheep manages to find Nemesis as they take control of site, not losing a person. Just a little bit of a shoulder tap on the Rays.
3 people left for the retake into 5. That's going to be a little bit tough, especially with Teo. I'll keep saying it. This post plant is absolutely insane with
Smash.
those with the Molotovs.
Smashing is going to be lurking close in the corner. They aren't going to clear it. The Rays goes past.
They don't know.
Wait,
They don't
actually, do
know.
they not? No, they don't know.
They don't know. Oh no, but Smash
spray.
It happens. We've
It
all
does
been
happen.
there.
Highlight finds one as Breach finds another one
We're
onto
gonna go with
Sheep.
Breach.
Zabzef also is going to be cleaning it up. It's just going to be 2 versus 1 now in SVSU's favor. The Austria left alone. I don't know if they've got any stars left. I think they used most of them to actually try and get on the point, rotating around. Ring Rosie. Zabzef is going to find it with a headshot to end off that round. SVSU's first point on the board.
Clean round from Saginaw. We see them continue to go mid, Mid is like the spot on this map. Having control of mid means you can split over towards A or towards B. Usually towards B, it's a little bit easier going up through heaven there. But it just gives so much control. It means the defenders also have to rotate all the way through spawn. They don't have that option of rotating through or towards mid, and it really cuts the site in half. So we'll probably see both teams, at least a good portion of the rounds, opt to have a lot of pressure towards mid because of how strong it is.
It looks like we were deciding to have Zabzaf be the rat this time in sewers, but he's going to be a little bit more active.
That is the Cypher game plan. Oh,
Ratting, but on the move. The Teo drone is off to go and make sure it can clear mid, so SVSU is going to know that there's actually no defenders holding there. They can just walk onto height. They can be able to find the breach on the way out. Sheep does go down afterwards.
But there's the Vice ability that finds the kill. I haven't seen that yet. Demister finds the kill back onto the Vice, though. Saginaws up 1, 4 versus 3. The Cage still lurking around mid. That's what Cypher does. Always brings a smile to my face.
SVSU now starting to rotate over to mid after we showed so much pressure at B because we think U of M is rotating. And guess what? They are in the back site. We are going to have 4 on 3, and they're going to be stuck in a retake situation. Assuming we make it there.
Still throwing utility over on B. They're just now realizing that Saginaw went over towards A. But a very coordinated quick. You immediately saw, oh, they're on A. And all of U of M rotate over there. They're clearing very quickly. Spike does go down, but a bunch of utilities kind of going to cleave through U of M's position. Demister finds one on to raise.
And now it's going to be a 2 versus 1 on this high ground. This is not what you want because both can peek, but Smashin manages to find it on its own as Demister finds a third somewhere on site.
I don't know what
happened there.
This is why we need somebody. We need a third caster who just looks at the minimap. We say it pretty much every week. We need somebody looking at minimap because we forget.
We need the replay spectator.
We do.
But we'll talk about that when we'll
try to coordinate that. Yeah.
When we have more than 3 people for production night. But score being 2-2 now, back tied up. SVSU. It was really interesting to see the push on the height because they literally didn't have to worry about the other angle because it was blocked by the Teo util.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. Teo, speaking of, first to get the ult. Might get to see that this round.
It covers.
If you get an ult early, then it can kind of be the first person to get an ult can kind of use that to snowball.
We are going to be seeing. I don't know why. This is one of my favorite things is the Rays with a shotgun because they definitely have nothing to lose. It's a Bucky. They will be more than happy to go flying into a group of Vandals and just hope that they can't aim because they're Valorant players. They're really good at hitting their headshots and holding angles. If you give them Overwatch aiming style, it's the same way as you put a neon in front of them.
Yeah, it's when you're used to tight angles and small heads to click, that can be a really tough change. Like a Rays flying through the air. Saginaw will get one entering onto A site and find a kill. Is that the... Okay, yeah, that is Rays going back towards mid there. Saginaw does have a full buy going while U of M is on a save. So it's going to be a little bit rough for U of M here. Their goal is to get as much damage out as possible. Maybe grab some kills. If they can, grab a weapon and get out. Save that for next round. Help out their economy.
The crossfire on that breach.
More is all on that side of site. And most will go down. One does get found. So they did find one kill. So that is that extra little bit of econ damage. Onto Saginaw's econ. We've seen it continue to pop up. The regen shields are happening. Some people speculated they would be completely useless, but they're getting bought.
It's a lot more on like saves, but I also see the Mad Lads occasionally buying them on just full Vandal rounds because they're just hoping people don't hit the headshots.
Yeah.
Because fair enough, sometimes spraying for the body is what happens, or just like through a box.
Especially against Phantoms, which seem to be pretty popular, at least this game. If you get that 140 headshot, hey, regen shield should be enough to help you survive a little bit.
Sheep is going to be looking, manages to find Nemesis just barely walking around the corner. Wrong place, wrong time. He didn't even have sight on him, honestly. That's just the Rays ult for you. And SVSU is going to be on site after that. However, U of M only losing 1. They should be in a reasonable spot to retake this.
Couple of ults online. You can see popping the cabbages. Seek out where Saginaw is on site. They'll get a little bit of info from that. They also have the Astra ult, which could just chop this in half and here and give the defenders some zones that they can go in through. But Zabzaf, before the smoke goes out, Raze finds one with the showstopper. We're gonna use the hat. We're gonna see it gets found. Yup, you will get tagged. Tried to stick it, just barely couldn't. All the alts getting used for that fight. Oh, we have headphones, don't we? We can.
Yeah,
we
they've
can
also
hear.
had no sound for the past how many ever rounds? 6.
Oh.
Because you know, we did forget about the headphones.
Yep, that's fair.
Are yours charged?
I'm gonna keep holding this button and hoping.
Yeah, I was holding the button for too little.
Yeah.
Anyways, going back. 8's frog.
Forg. We do see the stinger.
What?
I'll say it. I think stinger's kind of cool. There was a time when stinger was meta, like as good as a rifle or nearly. There was also that time for the Bucky. I think they were kind of fun. Obviously, they were a little imbalanced, but those were a good time. Bucky right click used to be truly insane. It used to completely shred through people. You could one-shot people from 12 meters away. It was truly unholy. Truly. Yeah, I'm getting the red light of
There.
low battery. I can't hear things for now. Okay.
All right, putting the gas pad back on. Anyways, SVSU is going to be in mid. Working there it is. She's going to find.
I gotta do the
Healing over here.
value from this.
I can also turn it down for you if need be. Or your ears actually getting blasted out.
No, I see. I just put them half on. And then we're
Okay.
good. A little bit of a scramble tonight. We're down a person. We're trying to make it work.
And going back in, we see SVSU has made it over to B site. We're walking through garage. I think this is the first.
30
through here
seconds
as a
left.
team.
Yeah. This doesn't get pushed very much in this day and age. It's a little hard to get out of that choke point. Really, it's mid.
One enemy remaining.
The alert coming in from yours. It was most definitely worth to send him over. It's just going to be one left. And Zap is going to find the third secure round. 5 down score.
It's really interesting to watch how these games progress. Because UMM had a really strong start. They were looking like a very well put together team, and obviously they're still quite well put together. These rounds have been super close, but Zagnauts just keeps finding that little edge round to round. They keep having that one or two extra players left alive.
I love saying it every single time. We are momentum. We are momentum
We're
players.
momentum.
Lads.
And maybe in a round or two it'll switch over and we lose 8 in a row.
You let us set up the timing. We got it.
That's what we do.
You see them heading up mid once again. The 5 stack this time. No rat. Might be playing a very fun demo.
Taking that back.
Probably trademark.
There goes Zap taking the corner.
I've got your trail.
Ropes as U of M starts to rotate over because they're expecting SVSU on D. And actually, speaking of Rads, look at the Rays sneaking up through attacker spawn.
We got the Rays. We got U of M's Rays all the way behind you. Do have that is a rat trap. That is exactly what that is.
We are going to be seeing them manage to find one.
We'll get more. No, the vice roll was there.
Vice rolls.
Man, so much damage.
Now all the teams have to go and try and actually respond to the Rays, and they've walked off sites. Now U of M has control over it.
Oh wait.
Oh wait.
This is how we end.
We get to see the ultimate go through. It's gonna be so much damage. The site is gonna cut it up, and the defender will be able to just for a second. He's gonna have the chance to down.
One enemy remaining.
Left for Zagnauts on 1 HP. It will get taken down, and the defuse will come through.
That Rays alert got so much value.
That was so massive. All of
Jeez.
Zagnauts could not watch any other angle. They had to turn around and deal with the
Gun here.
Rays. That was so effective. Oh my gosh.
We're not getting the
And
message.
like that's the right response.
Leave it to me, I'll
Most
rough
of the
them up.
things you don't want to just send one. Because what if they lose the one? Then you're just giving them more value. And you still have to go with the other two to go and deal with the Rays afterwards. So they said, okay, we're gonna all go and jump them. And then U of M so ready, just like they're ready to capitalize onto it. Normally, if you have the lurk a lot of the time in like your ranked games, they might get 1, 2, and then the rest of the team just like sits there looking at the fact that the attackers just walked back off site, waits for them to reset. Okay, it's time to retake. U of M going in as soon as they saw the upgrade. Yeah.
I like watching this level of gameplay. Cat. Those cat.
A lot of cats around on
Those-
SVSU side.
Cage 3.
Okay, maybe we're just like trading off who gets to rat. And U of M has had enough of it, sending two deep into garage. Takes that situation. However, U of M was doing more of a default, so they're going for 4 to 3. However, it's going to be a 5 versus 4 on the retake.
Spike planted.
Precisely what you want, but at least you have something in the form of Omen ult to maybe distract, do something a little weird. We'll see if that gets used. It's a little bit of a niche ult. This might be the time to try to do something niche with it. U of M has been favoring sending 1, maybe 2 up the ramps and sending the rest over through the side there. That's what we'll see again. Nemesis holds 2.
One enemy remaining.
One trading back and forth. All of the diagonal will end up going down. They'll find 2 before the defuse comes through.
And that is the power of man advantage. U of M is able to play through it. I think they took every single fight with 2 there, if not 3. So that way, even if they end up losing 1 off the peak, because like it happens, it's Valorant, they've got at least another person to make sure they follow-up kill. We love peeking together.
We love peeking together. We love trading off of each other. We love the fundies. We also love Odin. Might be me. Might just be me. I love this gun. That's why I'm in Soar. And I'm not playing with these guys. It's because I love that gun.
Yeah.
The point of the Odin
Too
is
much burr.
you do not, in fact, get to one shot to the head, like the other guns, the other 2 rifles, but you shoot really fast and your bullets are better going through walls. And your mag is 100 bullets.
Scout
It does
destroyed.
slow you down a little bit closer, but you know, it's worth it.
You are not meant to be moving while shooting that anyway, so...
Spike down B.
I see this pointless.
One enemy remaining.
We're already down within 2 seconds.
I'm gonna say this is a fun team. This team is fast, just momentum back and forth. They like to get aggressive. And man, this race has so much value in past rounds.
Yeah, that was the start of that interaction.
can tell a person's
What we were talking about
character
earlier,
by
like it's
their
just a
first
race thing. He was also concussed, to be fair. But like normally, when you're watching someone coming out of a corner in Val, you're expecting them to like pop up just a person like past the corner, and not here's like 2.5 Valorant characters because of the blast pack, and don't let it go and readjust the same because of it. It's just
Couldn't say better.
she can appear in different places.
Raze is fun to watch. Raze is fun to watch. And we've been watching Raze since the very beginning. Back when Raze had
Bomb
game
right
modes. Oh my god.
Grenade!
And a
Satellite.
6.0.
A little bit of a traffic jam in mid. We are going to be seeing SVSU going for, I think, as close to going to bulk as we've done besides like round 1. Oh no, we're back to the one.
Yeah, here's the idea with this block is that the wall there is really small on mid, and you'll probably start hearing in a second as the Odin tries to tag somebody.
Where we see the team go down, and there's the option finally there.
That is the right play.
It
That's
is.
the right play. Just to keep shooting, because if you can't see, you actually
Last
you
player
gotta keep
standing.
shooting and hoping.
I don't know if he's going to go down, but it's going to be just Nemesis left for U of M rotating back. Sorry, back from attack. Not attackers, defenders. Spawn. I flipped the map in my head. Anyways, coming from the outside.
Still got the Omen ult online if you want to do anything a little funky with
Shadows
it.
traveling.
Usually a repositioning ult or a glorified Soviet drone. That's kind of what it's in for. Not you can do the ranked mode and grab the spike and teleport across the map and hope that there's no one. It is also an option.
I find it a little bit funny that the Teo util
Last round in the half.
is enough to make them stop and think like, oh, we know someone in this corner. We don't know how many are in this corner. It's a fair question to have. We do get to see the ops coming out from the raids.
These are heavy duty weaponry and an Odin on the defensive side. Why are all the big guns only for defense?
Look,
and like most
tell
games,
that to Jets.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair. I suppose in other games too, they'll like in CS you hop on attack. But in this game, the two priciest
Concealment!
weapons are primarily unless you're Jet. And
Right there.
and that doesn't matter.
I know exactly where you are.
Find one again, and positions are going to be revealed. We now know Or we can just walk away, we're gonna jump her. It looks like we're just gonna like give her the widest course we can possible. We don't there, we don't want to deal with the Odin.
Here's the Fox giving the utility. It's the staple character. Utility from Sky. So good. I think there will always be
Spike planted.
just because of how great. Here's the Odin. It looks so silly. I'm so pleased.
Slow walk,
Grenade!
as we were seeing through
Well
the
divided!
slide. Retake scenario. We use the option coming out this final round before we swap over to another pistol. She finds another one onto them.
Mid behind.
The ultimate is ready.
One enemy
Ready
remaining.
for one behind. She finds one with the ult. Tyler comes up the last. And it'll be 7-5. Saginaw and Valley favored out the half. They're gonna switch.
Switching
Sagnaw's gonna be
sides.
on defense and they will be blue. UVM is going to be on attack and they will be red. Great hack. Great hack. No complaints.
I am really excited to see what UVM does on attack.
Yeah.
We saw how comfortable they looked when they were able to just like literally walk into us on pistol round. Because they were, it looked more so like we were playing a deathmatch for a second, as you do. So it's gonna be super interesting to see when they can like control when they go in, when they're actually dealing with engages, and I want to see what they do.
I expect some solid strats. This seems like a team with strats. It's a team with some solid executes, some well placed, well thought out utility. I'm excited. I'm excited. I always also love seeing who buys what on pistol rounds. There's such a thing there. So much to talk about. You have 800 credits. You buy a weapon. You buy armor. You buy abilities. Getting aggressive here. We did see pistol round for UVM last half. They got very aggressive. Looks like Saginaw was trying to replicate that a little bit, especially towards mid. Seeing the Raze and the Teo utility absolutely shred that area. UVM's gonna have to get out over there. There's just too much pressure. They'll have to give up some space elsewhere. We can see over towards A. UVM is rushing over and scrambling to plug the holes. Flash!
Buy
Just
him enough.
Healing over here!
Tried to heal himself for a second. No, I think actually she. But they are gonna. Sorry, we are gonna be seeing U of M making it onto point, just losing the Raze in the process. And we do also have the breach lurking long. So I don't know what he's gonna do. What he's got in store for us.
Natural
Might be
out.
taking-
One enemy remaining.
In SVSU's favor, just the breach left, and he's all the way offsite. He can't.
Flash out!
He's sticking. This round going to SVSU.
Defuse the spike.
Defuse.
Defuse the spike.
Who wants the ult?
So what he's what he's going for is when you defuse, you get an ult point. So we defused half of it. I'll let whoever wants the ult point grab it. Ooh. Speed. What is that called? Oh yeah, there's the
They're
new
usually
thing.
distracted
They're,
once I
they're
reveal
called
them.
flexes.
Sure,
Something like that. They're like emotes, but they're like only on your hand. There's one that's like a phone, and you can click, and it will go next. And oh no, it's bad.
There's been so much brain rot. I think High Life had the spinning one where if you inspect it just spins faster, followed by the
snowflake.
phone.
Oh no. Oh
No, like
no.
the knife.
Oh, the knife.
Or if
Oh
you
yeah,
inspect
yeah,
it, it spins faster because it's like the knife on the chain. I can't remember the actual name. Getting back in are fast enough for us to stop yapping. We see the block.
yeah. Oh,
And
the outlaw one!
finally, we were paying attention for one of them.
Let's go! That gonna make me happy.
Already being a little bit aggressive. It's on mid SVSU.
Oh, good luck. Warren that wanted to kill. The favoring of B is a little bit new and fresh. We don't get to see most teams going B. It's just a hard choke point to get out of. A has a lot more options.
Drone going
Pressure
up.
from multiple angles. It's just a long hallway you gotta run up and B. If someone if you're having a bad time, she finds another. I'm gonna get a shot onto Schmeggy. I think that's how that's pronounced.
Apparently seeing what? Never mind, that's full health. I'm just blind. Just two left from U of M, possibly. Well, actually, they've got nothing to save. I don't know what they're gonna go for. It's like SVSU is doing such a wide coverage.
Last player standing. Long.
Third and High Life gonna be able to clean up that round of Bulldog. So much is happening mid all the times.
Hey, that just where the party's at.
George, you said it already earlier yourself that it's just so much map control, and we saw SVSU back first round pistol round, we're able to see Dylan barely saw a few frames, or D-Meister barely saw a few frames of the Raze blast packing over. Suddenly all of SVSU rotated through mid, up ropes, and they're there.
They just do not want to give up that space, which is fair. Which is fair. You see, so the outlaw is really good. Only looking for Raze here. The point of the outlaw is it will someone shot, body shot through light. That's kind of the rule that is.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Going back to the same speed. The first pistol round going so fast on D-Meister's backside.
Guy's out.
But he's
Right there.
trading the sky for the sky.
Spike planted.
4 versus 4 as U of M has control of the site. Tailgate going down Nemesis. Beautiful ramp rat. Finding 2. And Shiva can be able to clean up that kill with the outlaw.
Saginaw on their bonus didn't have the best weaponry going into this, but they are keeping up. They're only down 1. They have plenty of opportunity. They've seen the breach.
I think the breach just barely saw the Raze as well.
Oh, I think you can hear that pickup too. Oh, was that? Wait, I didn't even see that. I got jump scared.
The Raze also seems to be coming out.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
It's the last. It's the most aggravating thing trying to pull out your weapon and it takes 2 years while it's
told you you're
somebody
okay.
in the face.
You're okay,
Also a
fam.
beautiful
Good
push coming
defense.
out from deep, and you'll find 2 at the very end there, and that you gotta be panicking in that situation.
Well,
Not
that's
panicking, but like
terrifying.
the pressure's on. It always
yeah.
is in the like last hits. But the pressure's on as soon as you see your Raze get point blank rocketed.
This is why
Beautiful stuff
Postman,
for them.
Postman is the best part of Valorant. It's the most. There's that timer ticking down. You're locked into one spot. It's just you and your guns and fighting, and it's glorious.
Sometimes a night.
Sometimes a night when you run out of bullets
Taking that
or you run out of respect.
And now we're gonna see the auction flow going up super early actually, because yeah, they just got 2 kills last round. And actually, highlight pushing up through the auction, almost getting body blocked by D-Meister on the way back through, but he's gonna be finding 1 just because like Osterwald goes both ways. Anyone can walk through it, anyone can shoot through it. Well, not no one can shoot through it, but like anyone can pop out and then shoot from it.
Nemesis is gonna get the spike down 1, but again, the spike is get tagged for a whole bunch, making sure to clear out the towards B side. We've seen the Raze. It's happened before. She finds 1 on the deep. Down goes Stab, making a 43.
So that the back precise you comfortable enough to start walking. I guess that all through there she can just find 1 Nemesis, and now we start clearing the road.
One enemy remaining.
But it's just gonna be the sky that takes going out. Yes,
Oh,
back.
is that really one?
Find that
They don't
kill.
have time. They don't have time.
Wait,
Wait, yeah, I don't think they have time. It's over. No,
We're gonna find out.
No.
Clutch.
Oh!
no U of M gonna be able to stall enough time for the right. Maybe we should put the headphones. You have to do your headphone on. We're good.
Yeah,
I don't like the dent. I gotta be honest.
that's fair. Both teams kind of strapped for cash here. While winning the round, a lot of losses. In fact, some 5 losses for UM. Won't be able to full buy here, but neither will Saginaw.
There's so many sheriffs. This
That's the
town
way that
ain't
the meta's
big enough
gone.
for the both of us.
That's how that does.
It's apparently big enough for 4 sheriffs in this town.
I suppose so.
You're seeing a bit more of a default coming out from U of M claiming space on mid. Never mind, the sheriff can be putting that down.
KO utility and raise. Kill and raise. I guess, hey, you don't have to look down
Right
if
there.
you let it pop up in front of your face. That's fair. The Sky Tiger, in quotes, clearing up through mid.
There.
Looking like a bit of a mid play. There is a lot of defense there, but if you throw a lot of util on attack, you can clear it out.
Sebastian also still having the drone in case he really feels the need to go and check to see if they're still there. We are going to be seeing a smoke coming out from High Life as well, just to give SVSU a bit more control. And now the slow walk through the sewers as Simone will start heading away. That is still where the spike is, and it looks like it might be Nemesis making noise on B. I don't know, rotating. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing over there, but I believe in them.
Bit of a lurk. We don't get to see as often with teams like this who are very aggressive. We don't get to see the timer get used to its fullest. But here we see
30
some
seconds
such
left.
songs that it really bait out the defensive utility. harder to do the reach.
They have 20 seconds, but they're already on site. If SVSU
Spike planted.
we are in the spots for it.
He's very grouped up.
Grenade.
This is basically just now they're attacking. They're going through. They're going through man.
Last time trying to get across deep, find them. They have two. He's gonna get taken down by Smashing afterwards, but now it's gonna be 2 versus 2.
Last player standing.
It's two though.
Beautiful off angle coming out. Both of them are looking backside because of the breach. This guy can be able to take advantage of that.
Can I get a drop?
It's so nice. Because we talked about the peeking off your opponent, not your opponent, off your teammate, but also the off angles, the crossfires. So hard to deal with. Bringing the score all the way back 8-9.
A bit of the snowball, as we talked about earlier. And a couple of ults coming online, both on the side of U of M, but most of the people in the lobby pretty close to their ults as well. Starts to get a little hard to watch.
Chief is going to be fine. R&D Meister to make that a second. Now it's just going to be 3, and U of M still does not actually have control of this site. Most of their people on. The Spike's still going to be stuck in garage.
They've gone through, but they're not in a spot that they can safely plant without the rest of their attacker utility outside of Ferris. It might be a little bit hard to retake the space if they lose. She finds the onto Astro now with no smokes. It's going to be even harder to get the spike down. Probably going to have to go for kills, which is another way to
Rip and tear.
spike down or kill them.
Thorns down.
You have 50 seconds to work with still, and they can make that time extend even further by getting a plant offense. Together, they are working to try and isolate ones and then make that into a gang up situation. They're looking for a fair fight and then saying, actually, we've got a friend.
But that's kind of all you can do when you're
30
down
seconds
on
left.
play.
Last player standing. Spike down,
Smash
B.
is going to be enough to help him. Sheep does go down after he comes into the breach to line that site. Now it's 150 and a phantom to his name.
Cage triggered.
Breach left.
SVSU
Here.
Smoked off.
10
Here.
seconds left.
SVSU does not really want to take this engagement, neither does the breach, so they're just sort of both looking to make sure that they don't try and take some extra space. Might jump them at the end of the round, because we got 3. Gonna be slowly clearing smoke, doesn't want to take the chance to lose the guns. Both the teams are pretty broken, you said.
Yeah, neither can really afford to lose weapons at this point. Still kind of on a half line here. They're making it work through force of will and Sherris. Getting a couple of rounds here and there. Keeping it nice and even. You can't ask for anything better than that.
We are gonna be seeing it's gotten to the point where we're gonna be seeing some classics. It looks like. Oh wait,
Might be that kind of thing.
it was just
Yeah. Oh, and then the hero phantom. Phantom on the fire.
wait. There's so much coming up from the side of U of M. They did the same on the guns because they were trying to probably get one off the first push. It looks like we might just barely sheep being pushed out of range. There's 2 there. They were so close. Now U of M's gonna explode on the site. They were just a bit far away. They're gonna get caught out, so they're gonna get their hands on another phantom, right?
Yeah.
And remember,
Spike
Bob,
planted.
as they get the spike down with just. Actually, they didn't even lose anything. They had advantage up by 1.
There goes the little guy.
So fast. He
Grenade.
goes so far.
A little late.
Obscuring.
This guy's gonna find another on that. It's gonna be 3 versus 5. U of M, but with 2 minutes to jump in. Even make that. We're now up. She finds an offensive on the roster. She was one.
Last player standing.
Worthless.
One
One enemy remaining.
Coming with the ghost. It's just gonna be 1 versus 1. She
Satchel out.
one have any bullet. There's ring rose.
Off your feet!
3 gold from the out. Get cussed.
With the rifle one again.
5 and 1, 2, and then ulting for the third.
I'm out.
Coming
I'm
out
great.
on top.
You're
She
welcome.
covers so much space with that thing. If you're in a 1v1 situation, you're sort of just a little bit sad.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see the panic as soon as you hear off your feet, and then the look back and forth. Where is it?
Especially on 20 HP, literally
Oh,
like a
yeah.
breath could take you out at that point.
You know, all you have is one shot. With how slowly you shoot, you have one shot to find a headshot, and otherwise you're dead. 5 ults on the side of Saginaw.
Might
Some of those.
it might be the same rounds you just saw, but it's first turn to see if she's setting up a bot, try to figure out where some people are.
Get him.
Taking space in mid. Seeing this space is so good at making sure that.
Deal with my
Ooh,
car.
nice.
Put it up that far, using the boom bot as a bit of a distraction. And just also finding that over on. Actually, where did that happen? I think it was on A side, but I don't know. Yeah, no, I see it. Back to side. Okay.
Interesting, the Saginaw was by all
We do see Haming finding another one on the smash and making it 2 versus 5.
One enemy remaining.
Wait for me.
Are we gonna see the fourth coming out? Because it's just gonna highlight managing to end that streak right then and there, just a little bit too far forward on the corner. It's gonna be grabbing a fan. That's the other downside of the Odin.
Yeah.
The pullout time is so long.
Do we see?
I feel like we're just looking for like literally any picks because like High Life has enough money to buy.
Shadows traveling. Shadows traveling.
Omen is one of your.
Body. Yeah. Too many angles to cover, and then also, why would you expect someone standing dead in the open? Let's be honest here. We are going to be seeing the Odin buy again, 10 to 10. U of M going to be tying up the score. However, their credits are looking a good bit better than SVSU's now after those last few rounds.
SVSU can barely scrape together a full buy with a couple of light shields. But again, still 5 ults in the bank.
It's fine. We did a car wash fundraiser, you know. And you know, even 10 to 10 last few rounds of the
Launching
game,
thorns.
reactive shield is still being used.
Thorns activated.
It's still around.
Regen,
It
thank you.
keeps getting. I mean, a number of these agents do little bits of shift damage. Raise.
Grenade.
Twice. Slow can do a little bit of shift damage. Mayho, whole character, all of it. does
Satchel out.
There's so much map control of U of M. Well, not really control. They're covering a lot of the map. Their default is. Ooh, that's why it looks so weird. It hasn't really happened this game.
It's been a bit more clumped up, looking for early aggression.
Zap might be on the receiving end of, you know, the entire enemy team pretty soon. Can be caught backside.
You want to find it?
Sheep on high ground and finding one. Zap
Down A.
There's that off angle. We heard the raise ult from height. Obviously, we're trying to look at that so Zap can get a clean lineup. And now it's going to be 2 versus 5. SVSU shouldn't really need many more ults. Just using the raise to end up sealing off this round.
Just the 2 left, going for the Odin. I respect the attack Odin.
30 seconds left.
It does.
The spray through the smoke is going to be finding.
Last player standing.
He's going to be eating the entire Odin
missiles
flip, Odin flip, and then able to end up finding the pick on Nemesis. Just deep left. Watch going out. Yep, there's 3 from SVSU to watch that angle. How many shots did that man get hit by? His health was on like 2. Not actually, but like I think literally one more bullet and he would have been gone.
I don't 5 to the body, but that's assuming nothing's going through walls.
I think it was just like
Could have taken a number more.
I wasn't going through a wall. I thought it was just like he was standing in the smoke and that's what they were spraying through, but I don't know.
It could have been as well.
Anyways, just 2 more rounds to SVSU taking this game. However, 2 more rounds to U of M. Well, 3 more rounds. It's not going to get in match point territory yet. Valorant, it's like volleyball. You got to win by 2.
Bomb buddy out.
Assuming we get into the overtime situation.
This is intriguing to look at. We're going back
Bomb buddy
towards
out.
speed. U of M. It's still something that they're doing.
But then we have this.
But the-
We have this spike live and running by breaching the off strip.
This is what we would call a default, spreading out to the various corridors of the map.
And then this is such a tense sit behind boxes. Oh, please don't.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Sheep can be finding one of them. I like him to be making a good versus 5 in SVSU's favor. U of M is going to have to pull something out. It is just going to be Zap holding sight, but however, that is the Cypher's home right now with all of those tripwires and the cages that he has as his utility. Well, the 1 cage, actually, as it turns out.
U of M rotating back over towards A. No, back towards spawn. They might just save.
Because the situation, you don't want to be in 12 and then you just don't have credits.
Using the Omen ult to try to get a little bit of information.
Raise ult.
30 seconds left.
And then we're just gonna have to back off. They've lost the Omen. Right, Zabzef is gonna be managed to make it out. Apparently hiding behind the smoke. Raise can be pushing up.
They'll get the plants down. Oh, with just barely enough time left.
Spike planted.
Corner behind it. Raise actually didn't peek out.
Covered by the Astra.
It's just gonna be 2 versus 2. They brought it back to even.
One enemy remaining. Last player
1
standing.
versus 1. Taylor's on site.
It's gonna be even deep.
11-11.
How did that happen?
I have no idea.
What just did? I am
Okay.
bamboozled.
Let's work back through it. So, not smashing, Zabzef stuck behind point. Sheep ends up finding one onto, I don't even know who. Raze gets one, I think. Raze gets caught by Zabzef from the, no, the Raze gets saved because Zabzef gets shot from the side.
Yeah.
And then Raze trades out for Astra. Astra ends up holding closer than Ash was expecting.
They
and
both
was able
get
to catch.
concussed. Wait, that was the concussion ability from Teo. It actually got used both of them. Yeah.
Finally got to see it. Ferris is even going so fast when we finding one of the sheep already exploding on the B side just like that ultimate. Setting up for the response here.
UM has taken a lot of damage. We'll have to get healed up.
Spike planted.
That's what that's there for. With one down, but all 4 grouped up and ready to get this retake on. It's gonna be a close round.
No more talks.
Here. Raze finds the first fight in the second. Really dead for Zagon. Now down 2.
Last player standing.
It's just gonna be smashing left on his tail, so we honestly have no idea how this could go if you
One enemy remaining.
12 to 11, such big. Actually, it's both bulldogs on bulldog.
Oh,
Match point.
dog on dog violence. What is?
And now SVSU is suddenly gonna be in the match point situation themselves, where they are the ones against the wall. Not too many credits staring down. They've got to win this round and bring it into an overtime. Otherwise, that's map 1 going to U of M. It's been so close, so back and forth. Ignore the 5 KOs in a row. Like I said, we're momentum.
Oh,
It's been such an exciting game.
this is great. You can't ask for something better than this. Back and forth, 11 to 12 seconds. Gotta pull something together here. They just have one ult and the Cypher ult, which isn't as powerful.
On the side, and they're basically just gonna pop all of them here. Before they send overtime, that's the ult's gone, so there's no reason in saving them. No point.
This kind of is the last round in terms of your credits in ult economy. So everything will probably get used. I'd imagine we're gonna see the cabbages pretty early.
Meister is gonna get caught. There's some beautiful reaction time, because shooting a jump peak like that is honestly super hard to do.
You want to fight it?
Satchel out.
Follow your trail.
Survive one extra body shot.
Barely making it out. It's definitely at their sights, but had to go and watch the person who's actually looking at them. But we are going to be seeing SVSU them get
Spike
goal of
planted.
sight. That's going to be the spike going down, so that Astral Wall is going to be cut off every single line of sight for the attackers. Sorry, the defenders have on that side.
Some health gone, but no gone down yet. Blinds the first. Sagnar's gonna go up one. But the utility gonna get hit on one. It's gonna start, but I don't know if it's gonna go through. Nemesis and all the
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
The reload!
ready.
The reload! It happens!
Shameful performance.
And we are going to be going to 12-12 for game 1
Overtime.
into overtime. We might be here until 1:20 again.
Oh, I
It's
have
tight.
homework. Please no. I have to do one more response, not a discussion. Folks.
Switching
Seems
sides.
like you might be not as
Overtime.
active during game 2.
It's okay, I get partial credit if I did at least one of them.
Do your homework, do your assignments. We promote that here on the stream.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Do your assignment.
I'm legally allowed to say that. I'm not allowed legally required to say that.
yeah.
I am also allowed, but you know.
Huh, yeah.
Anyways, looking at the, it's been so long since we've seen full Phantom/Vandal and then full
It
shields
really
on all
has.
sides.
I think this might be
credits-
one of the first times.
We gotta look at the econ rating of this game.
It's gonna be a little funky. Oh gosh. Back and forth, the second half's been wild. For overtime, all people get 3 points away from having their
He's up
ult.
to stop.
and
Passing it.
5,000 points. So enough for
That much.
Phantom, armor, and some leftover for ability.
Real quick, SVSU is going to be the one on attacking now, just in case we figure out the color swap. We're back on red, we're back on blue, and I think we just swap every single round, so get used to being confused. Sheep's going to go in and trying one Nemesis. Caving over such a powerful angle on high ground.
Spike
Drop
down,
finds
B.
Sheep on the way out. Actually finds Hyliv on the way out, as Sheep takes up a kill.
There's the drain.
Dragon.
That's fair.
Favorite bundle, I gotta be honest.
On goes the god. Low health mister. Maybe can find some skill usage though.
Just one.
Ooh.
Actually, Demon's basically a walking corpse.
Knocking
at this
them.
point. We're gonna talk about that. 4 versus 3. Make that 3 versus 3.
Last player
Sheep's gonna get
standing.
aggressive there, but it won't quite work. You will find.
Sebastian's gonna be able to stall. Actually, I don't know where he is.
One enemy remaining. Clutch.
Drum smashed in the
Lock me into a
1v3 in the
corner.
post-plane situation.
That's
3 headshots from the Phantom.
My
He'll
ultimate
back with
is ready.
30 HP.
Switching sides.
Insane.
Match point.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought he was Garage. And
I also did. I won't lie.
until I realized that's whose POV we were looking at it from.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Saginaw now on blue. They're on defense. Oh, what a time! What a round! Oh. There's 1 Vandal and 9 Phantoms. What is the world we're living in? Did Phantom get buffed?
I don't think so. I think people just like Phantoms. I mean, like, you're spraying around corners a lot. I don't know. I don't know enough about Valorant.
Thorns are live.
There's a lot of boxes.
What is going
Maybe
on?
who knows? We're gonna be seeing U of M heading fast onto B site now that we know that that's where we want to go. He finds one onto the sky. Both follow up. Nice spot gonna be going down, but he finds another off that, so it's gonna be 3 versus 4. And Raze looking the worst player.
Right up to 3 though. HL's gonna grab a little bit of damage, but he's gonna be in the back line here.
This could be such a huge flank because they are not going to be expecting someone coming up from the stairs. Sebastian's probably still watching the angle, but depending on how long this takes, you eventually got to stop looking behind you.
Sheep's made it down safely. The rest watching from above. This is gonna be caught unawares. With one, she finds another. All of these raises on a 3K.
But she's already went in. We can't take time to stop. The Raze ult can be going
One
down.
enemy remaining. Last player standing.
No! Down goes. It's just Hyliv with like
Shameful performance.
personal ways, like no HP.
That's going to be.
And that's gonna do it, that's
more than
gonna be
enough
it.
time.
That's enough time. Saginaw takes game 1.
It was so close. Such a nail-biting game. It was such
Defenders
an
win.
unfortunate angle on that
Hold
Raze
on
ult
to
when
this
they came out of the
moment.
corner,
We
but
can't stop here.
such a good game from both sides there. I'm going to be taking this headphone off my ear so that way I'm not just sitting here holding it and come back.
What a start. What a start. Oh, we can see the econ now. Oh, that's a little all over the place.
High
As
not hitting
expected.
90. It was one of
Wild.
those games.
It's one of those games. Oh, a little bit silly. But that is game 1. Saginaw finds it 14-12 on split there. I'd assume these teams won't want too much of a break. I'd imagine we get into it pretty quick here. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. We'll probably see something like Ascent. We might see Ascent. I'll be honest, I don't know. I'm always looking for the day we get to see Bind. I know I'm in the vocal minority there, but I think it's a cool map.
I do like Lotus.
No one else does. But Lotus since the rework especially. Pretty
Mainly
cool map.
because of the doors, and then there's
Mm.
always a fight for Mound.
Yeah.
No matter what's happening, there's some sort of firefight happening on that sandhill.
Glorious place to be. Glorious place to be. Probably we'll just take a very quick break here. We won't be too terribly long. We'll be back in just a second, but we'll give the teams time to take any break that they're going to need to. Stay tuned. An exciting game 1. We'll see what game 2 has in store for us. Don't go anywhere.
And we are back with Lotus as the next map pick, and guess what? We are about to go in and see the team comps right here as soon as we remember how to transition a scene.
Lotus, as mentioned, is somewhat of a newer map. It wasn't added too terribly long ago and got a rework. And I dare say, a pretty cool rework. It is one of, I believe, two, unless I'm missing something, one of two maps that have 3 objective points on it, or 3 plant spots.
We got this, we got Haven.
And I think that's it. I might be insane. I think
Can
that's
you
it.
think of anything?
We're gonna call it 2. Please correct us in the chat. Managing to get back on this game is a problem. It's a problem. Might see Killjoy here getting hovered currently on U of M's team. Also might see the Pokemon Master himself.
Look, all I'm saying is, Josh, Geek, I got nothing against it if we're focused on Wingman a little bit too much this round. Trevor might glare at me for saying that one.
I dare
But-
say that's one of the better things you could be spectating.
I'm not encouraging it.
It's just if it just so happened, it wouldn't be the worst thing.
But going back in, we are going to be still having High Life on the Omen and then Deep on the Astra. We, honestly, it sort of fits. They were able to use the Astra Star was both super defensively, and also I apologize for how I pronounce her name. My vowels get weird sometimes. But they were able to use them both defensively, as in like ways just put the stars down, summon them back, so you get like a tiny little bit of flash, have a defender rotate real quick. They don't know they're on that side anymore. Putting them down like the normal smokes, they're just putting like the concuss in the slow whenever the attackers were trying to go in. But then also, offensively, either on defense when they just rushed into attackers' spawn a few times, or when they were on attack themselves, being able to concussion and then slow backside try and trap some of the defenders and just make the life a little bit more hectic.
A cool character. Not one I can get into. I don't know what it is. Like the stop and like wait for a second and plan out where to place my stars. I can't do it. Too ADHD. I gotta like throw stuff out immediately.
I put it on my mouse buttons.
That's a good.
It helps me forget that, technically speaking, I'm no longer actively playing the game when I'm putting down my YouTube.
Well, we're getting a little bit of a look at the map, and I'll be honest, we're gonna see this
A
part
lot of
quite a
doors.
bit. A site is like mid on split, a center point of this map. It allows you to split it over towards B and gives you access to one of the stronger spots to plant. A site.
In the words of our late Trey shot, who's
Spike planted.
actually, wait.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, I need to put the headphones back on. I missed that.
Okay, SVSU is going to be on defense here. I confused myself for a second. But we are going to be seeing, I don't even know what happened. Actually, I think it's what happens every time we see a team rush on the B. The defenders just back off. They might lose 1, they might lose 2. They fully back off the site and then just bum rush it on the way back. And normally it is a wipe from the attackers because they're still on site at that point. There's not exactly a place to hide.
It's kind of a rough spot to hold for both teams. It's just kind of weird. It's small and open, and there's nowhere to hide on site.
It feels
just
more
kind of
so
weird.
like you're playing the doorway game than actually holding site.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. The thing is, we get to see.
We get to see it for
funny.
hopefully 2 rounds. If it lives.
And there is no name for round 2.
Okay, there's nothing.
There's not much.
We've been having a moment for the past 2.5 years for absolutely no reason.
It's a Mandela effect.
I need his concealment. Block.
We are going to be seeing actually. Oh no, U of M. They are.
Fully on B again.
They are.
What is
going
happening?
for it.
Who takes this site?
Well, it's giving them. I don't know, honestly. I was gonna try and I got nothing.
If he's working, they have control over site. I mean, they're a little bit pressure, but she's doing one.
Not site. They are down 3, however, and SVC still not down person. And now just all of us, because we have such a large advantage, Gecko is just trapped there on site. I left not to be expected.
Last player standing.
The Jack in the Box is popping up from the left side. I did not realize that's how close he was on that ledge. I gotta be honest. It took me a second to register, and then I just saw it was the normal shot, and then the immediate classic right click because he realized, wait a minute, that's the proximity.
Underrated tactic here: shoot once with the left click, shoot once with the right click. The 4-shot. I'm
Soften them
That's
up
what
a
I'm
little bit with the normal one, then finish them off with the shotgun.
It's yeah, that's the way to do it, because often the right click won't do it unless you hit like 2 headshots with it. So that guaranteed left click shot and then in the right click, I'm telling you.
Let me see. She holds such a
Right there.
imposing angle with his outlaw. However, enemies can be on their first pull by them, and that mosh pit is going to clear out so much space. However, I like to beautiful throw to make sure she actually gets out of that. So much util going down in that corner. Actually, they're playing the KJ.
They are playing the KJ.
There.
That has been happening. This is kind of the map for KJ. This Chronicle Ben, the KJ map.
We haven't seen her as much since Teo came out, because his util sort of just says not on to half her kit, especially her ultimate.
It all listens to the Cypher buffs. Those were huge and it really made it hard for Killjoy to find a spot. Even on classic Killjoy maps like this.
We're just
my eyes are
seeing
down.
them sprint out of A site and move over towards C. Their KJ having not really seen too much else, and they make most of this. We don't know where they're going to be. Okay, they opened the door, double checked to make sure there was no one there. They're going to be taking C site. SVSU has rotated across the full map, and they get the perfect setup because this is where KJ likes to live. This is their home. This is their nest. C site is where it's at.
C is Ben, which is B. They can still be a little bit
Get him.
It's kind of the mix. Normally you go A and you mix up C, and then once a map, maybe someone
Right
goes
there.
B.
We already
Ignore the
saw
fact
it.
that the first 2 rounds all decided on B.
Where are you?
Baseline of trying to get some vision into the site. Spot is KJ there. Both sides make that 2 coming up. Smash him and he's back into his zone.
There.
Just 2 left. Right plant is down. Timer is ticking.
Last player standing.
Low targets. 2 HP on high lift.
And then Deep is also just hanging backside just in case everything goes horribly wrong. High lift looks
Last
like they're
player
trying to take
standing.
out
Find
Haven
one.
just before not gonna have enough time to actually get the defuse. Maybe they'll be going to Astra. The concussion just barely coming out of this to be able to get out of there with, I believe, no weapon in hand. But getting out of there nonetheless.
Lots of damage done. That is the Kingdom Classic. That is from the first ever bundle.
We are going to be seeing a few of them. Gonna have to actually not be able to pull by after that round.
Ooh, yeah.
Going for a lot of
Couple of Bulldogs. I think Bulldog's a
Regen.
cool gun. I'm not gonna lie.
Bulldog is like the rifle at home.
Like,
So,
yeah, that is.
Mom,
I
can
think
you-
it's pretty accurate.
Mom, can we get a Vandal? No, we got one of those at home.
We
But it's
have
a
Vandal.
Bulldog.
The Odin! This is a map that you can expect to see a good amount of Odin. Primarily on A site because the walls are people thin in 3.
Camera taken
And
out.
also a couple of spots here you can see that like lip right at the edge of sight on C is also made of paper mache and can be shot through. So you might see it around there.
We love the walls being built.
Yeah.
It's nice to see the arts and the craft being used in the gaming world, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Just 1 ult so far, and that is going to be for Thrash is scary. I think that's to be honest. And all that you can use multiple times is kind of
Nice on the Odin actually. This is gonna be such a crossfire.
oh
If they don't check this get one down with Raze and with the wall,
Monster
because
on
he
the
doesn't care,
loose!
that's not a wall to him, but
oh
paper.
that's
Almost can be done. Bulldog spray to take out the Waster and then highlight through the wall.
found somebody, right?
I think so.
I think that was what found somebody.
One enemy remaining.
Fighting
Spike
two?
down
What
A.
have we got?
Getting ready for the rotate with the breach.
30
There's gonna
seconds
be
left.
Deep left on U of M, possibly looking to save.
Recovering it.
And the spike is going to sit right on side that is walking so menacingly forward. There's so many little legs.
Little giggles.
It's getting a bit too much for my taste.
Like him. He's cute.
10 seconds left.
Prison. SVSU. Holding safe. They don't really need this kill on the Astra. They already know the econ is taking a hit regardless this round.
Taking that back.
Revenge will take it. Sometimes that is the play. If you already have this gun that is 2,900 credits, going for 1 kill often isn't worth it, and just saving the gun for next round so you don't have to buy another one is a play that you will see often.
Meister going to be having the regen shields once again, however, has given up on the Odin.
Yeah, sad.
Does not have the credits for this round. We are going to be seeing mostly a save round coming up, and then that one hero, Vandal, and the singular sheriff this time.
I think I saw Frenzy. I think I saw Frenzy. That brings me to
My camera is destroyed.
Frenzy is
The little guy. The
the
underdog of the SMGs.
All missiles away.
We're seeing the Gecko going out, smashing maybe
Spike
just find
down,
one,
C.
sending out. Smasher finds another one. And SVSU is going to be up 3 before
One enemy remaining.
It's just going to be a deep level once again. Paint shell pushing out the corner, and that's such a tough spot to be in.
It's never what you want to see. You're in a corner, last person, and you hear the beeping. It's a rough spot.
That just reminded me of last week when we had a double raise nade from both sides onto one poor person sitting on the fence on a box.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yes.
Because you're taking damage from both.
Mhm.
You take damage from allied abilities.
It was an unfortunate series of events. Pushed from one raise nade into the other. We're gonna be seeing the fault coming out. Gecko checking on B. Breach ratting on C.
A couple of ults online, we might see the breach ult. Very good for HPs. You might be able to use the other two ults as kind of a counter zone. Both the Raze and Teo ults are very good at controlling space. As soon as UFM throws this breach ult, you might see a counter ult.
I really want to know what's going to happen with the KJ ult whenever we actually get to see that. Is it going to do anything? Is the Teo utility just going to sort of flip it off the map?
I didn't even think of that, yeah. You mentioned Teo as being kind of a counter pick to that utility.
I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard that his missile just sort of bonks the ult.
It's a point and click molly.
Cover going out.
See such a good version of I'm fairly seen so far. They go be highlight getting caught with the util out, and what we want to see, paranoia is not going to help much. And able to go and push, aiming out from literally back behind 2 corners. And she finds someone on the side.
30 seconds left.
2 versus 3.
Last player
UFM favorite
standing.
now, 2 versus 1.
It's just going to be, especially on 10 health as well, not going to be able to do much.
Hey.
The ult should clear
Spike
out like
planted.
literally all the B side if you can actually go in the room, but honestly, might not even be worth this round.
Oh, this
the
is a
Raze
tough
ult going off.
call to make.
It's probably just going to shoot through the, like, I mean, yeah. Oh, that's so
that's it.
unfortunate.
That's 10 HP for you.
just close enough to that blast zone. We swap to the other Raze. Oh wait, they changed Razes.
Eh?
It's no longer
Oh,
Hamey
yeah.
on the Raze. It's all heroes now. They're Sky.
Huh.
That's why I was getting confused about the names. I feel slightly better now. I thought I was losing it for a second.
Mostly full buys from the two teams here. A couple of light shields, bit of a regen shield, but we'll see on that full buy stuff. This is where I always say the game always starts when you get both the full buys. That's when you really get to see the previous two. Most rounds in Valorant are maybe not most, but at least more than 50% are rifles versus rifles. That's kind of the thing.
Seeing this round. Honestly, such like good job just reacting to all the like knife peaks.
You want to fight it?
Because they've been catching some of those crazy. I don't know.
Again, it's so
Why
hard
destroy?
to do.
You see no one managed to find once onto breach as the Teo util comes out because I think Osterwall is doing such a good job of just blocking out literally everyone trying to come through the door.
Oh no, look at the mini map. There are 5.
Last player standing. Spike down, C.
Seriously, go on. That was just that, but it's just gonna be sheep there to clean it up. Waiting until like I think the last few seconds before it goes, sprint out through the Osterwall. Once again, goes both ways. Either team can just run through it.
Still on Phantoms. Still on Phantoms. I feel like I missed something
You gotta-
because up until now, Vandals have been the preference. Even if they weren't like considered better, it's been the preference from good players for a number of years. I don't know what happened.
I think,
Surely
wasn't
I have to go check
Smashing
the
using a
measurements.
Vandal like last round?
There's only been like one Vandal per gun round.
I think Smashing was using a Vandal until the unfortunate spray pattern that happened on that B-side corner, I gotta be honest.
Sometimes that's great.
And that's about
Find
we
you.
already see a huge rush on the side from the family, setting up the breach. Oh, get cussed, slowed, naded in the corner. As we see you first trying to
Spike planted.
well, he's getting touched. He finds one as Ferris finds that.
Confirmed kill.
One enemy remaining.
Lockdown barely gets taken.
Highlight just gonna stick it.
One enemy remaining.
You just stick it.
Yeah,
Go,
you
go,
stick
go.
it.
Go, go, go.
More than enough time as SVSU was behind Nemesis is gonna be fine, but easy to finish off the match. So like a solid blow to SVSU's economy after that one. We see Zap, maybe not gonna be able to buy next round, same thing with Smash if we end up losing. But High Life also having enough credits that they can probably just hand someone a Vandal if need be. Sorry, Phantom, that's right. We haven't we don't say that name around here anymore.
Apparently, I guess it's forbidden. I guess it's forbidden. Mo is somewhat of a full buy, like the 3/4 buy on the half of the part of you event.
As close as they can get.
Yeah. Ending heading towards the end of the half. Four
One enemy remaining.
Wait, where is he?
behind, just behind us, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're stacked on top of each other. Okay, the Teo drone gonna be spotting that Raze on the high ground. And I think he's just got his ult ready. Just yeah, no, it's covering the entire side. So now they've only got to watch. Well, he's gonna be able to find the headshot and actually get out of it.
I'm so intrigued how that audio is. The peaks, the back and forth. Is that any health left? Is that zero health?
Wants another death.
We get a Raze going around. Actually, might not have enough time. Oh, what's real?
Oh, I left find it, but won't be able to find it.
Beautiful timing to end up forcing it where High Life didn't have the they would have either had to force that fight.
Oh, I
to
love
take-
post plans. I love post plans. That's so high.
Also, being able to just sprint out of the Teo util, Smash was not ready for it. They were expecting them both. We saw them watching, I believe, like left side from their angle, just the other side of the mount, and then the Raze sprinting out from the front of the ultimate.
Yeah. As soon as Hylip goes into the bubble, and yeah, got the timing there. Oh, that's good.
Right.
Ooh, aggressive through B. I do like to see the different. Oh, some resistance. That thing is
Last player
So much
standing.
stuff that just happened. Hey, we just got 4 from that. I mean, where?
that round was
Everyone died in B and then that little side.
like, I guess
I
don't
think
go
it-
in that chamber.
Well, that was a stinger spray, right?
What was it? I thought I also saw some utility kills.
I don't know, but like, I mean, was Habing using stinger?
Maybe.
Find out.
Odin. We see the Odin. Is it?
I'm trying to make sure it's not getting caught on anything. Sometimes it has a tendency to raise itself up.
We're going to the seated position. The seated position. Are you looking at the fate or one? The Odin. I love this. Oh, that's a good one.
We get the Gecko util going out and Dizzy scouting the area as they're heading over B again. They want to try and take this close fight in the room. Saw what happened last time.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
I like it.
There it is. Media high on the field. Only find one so far, but now they know they're pinched at that
Finds one, she finds another. Just two left.
One enemy remaining.
I'm making one. Afraid she finds the third.
I didn't stop to consider Teo util going into that room is going to be so detrimental to Billy's high.
Last round before the switch.
Last round before pistol, as we just said. Juggling the guns? Question mark.
Is there
Impressive.
is there a state that Teo doesn't have? She has a concuss, and a suppress,
They have a
and
blind.
damage. I guess he has no blind. Yeah.
Or like
I guess no blind,
Paranoia.
no what is it?
the fear
the
thing.
decay, the fragile.
Does he have like the fear where your vision goes smaller?
No, I suppose he doesn't. Oh wow.
They
I was like,
couldn't
oh,
give him
he has-
everything.
This is
Right
true.
there.
Only half of it, you know.
Only a solid half.
Really close.
What?
What? They got.
How is
behind
there a
us?
person there?
That's right, because D-Mister's holding close with a tree, and then SVSU roll up close. They could just sprint through and then go and take point. Hamy's gonna be planting on A site. Meanwhile, oh, he tried.
Ammunition.
Actually, this might not be good.
What divided?
The site, sorry, the spike caught on site. If he ends up going down, but we do see the rest of the fire rotate. SVSU. No,
Drone is down.
they've now joined Hamy and Tree. I know.
Ooh. Because time. Oh no, that's the Molly. Wait, that's
gonna be
the.
forcing him out.
I did not know that.
Ready for the swing. Now they can't stay. Oh, they're just backing up the doors. Rotation time into them and such. That spot. Any
Good
small
rotate.
cubby.
Good rotate. Who's gonna get there first? I think
30
the
seconds
defense,
left.
but only barely.
I feel like we're gonna get there like the same-ish timing. We might see a guy who you told. Depends if we actually take time to like clear the corner.
Camera taken out.
Make it, and we're both driving basically the same time. Raising Gecko back. We're on site, just barely see him going around the corner, so we knew not to jump.
Gonna back up just a touch.
Last
enemy
right
remaining.
round as two go
10
down, it's just gonna
seconds
be
left.
deep left on the side of
Spike
UFM.
down. C.
Insane.
Takes 4 seconds to
On
plant.
cooldown.
But however, he's got his U2 left.
All missiles away.
Get it, that's definitely deal with that kill and drop 8-4 as we go into the pistol round.
So it does
Switching
look like
sides.
the tail mollies are one ability, and you use it does 2 strikes.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. And then I didn't see what the total cooldown was, but it was short.
It's, I think it's like 30 seconds or something.
Salvo, yeah, it doesn't quite say how much to.
I feel like it's like 30 to 45, because there's no way they give that sooner than that, because it's literally just a free clear of wherever you like.
It's a kind of insane ability.
You want to plant the spike? I'm gonna touch my little
iPad
tablet, my
time.
little iPad.
iPad time.
We thought Brim was the iPad kid character. We found a new one.
Back to pistol
How-
round 8 versus 4. Saginaw will now be on attack. They will be red versus U of M's.
Knuckling them in.
And we're going to see U of M going super aggressive onto A side, but they took the wrong gamble. SVSU is pushing onto C. This poor KJ is going to be 1 against 5 pretty soon, but the really fast U of M.
Make it out. I don't know how that happened.
Getting a little bit left rotation show this spot.
Ever so slightly hope.
Just like some tie-dye on
Dizzy
the
what's up?
He's going to get pressed out where this is holding. Versus finds one Zeb as UVM starts to come back in for the retake. That was tough touch.
Last
It's
player
attack
standing.
basically hitting UVM finding 3 off of that. It's just going to be cheap. Yep. So they can go from their fuse, they can start that plant, they can look for the skins, you know.
That's what, to me, marks a really good team. Is when by the
Not
time
being
the spike
shot at,
goes
you're
down,
doing something wrong.
is the rest of the team there to start the post plan? Because I believe it's 40 or 45 seconds for the spike to go off, one of the two, and that's a lot of time if your team is immediately there to start the retake. But if you're like lingering a bit, your team starts it when there's only like 25-30 seconds left, you're really fighting that timer. But if the defense is instead prepped and is there, which good teams, they have the rotates, both the speed to start the rotate and the actual like speed of getting there, so the movement's a little bit cleaner. If they're there, it's really the attackers who are trying to like work the clock and trying to stall for time. I always see good teams right there on the defense end, all 5 of them ready to start that post plant immediately. I've seen that from U of M quite a bit.
SVSU looks, they showed C a little bit, as U of M is once again holding A with all their might. B, who cares about it, apparently. They're now rotating to Washington because they don't know where SVSU is. They're going to be going anywhere to the A clump setting up. And with that grenade, they're going to be letting U of M know what's going to this place.
Ooh, what a
Shot. And then immediately rotating back to C because they know we still have the fade there. You might be holding some space on that site.
Ooh, just a poking around.
Sorry.
Are they gonna see each other? Oh, are they gonna see each other? No! Oh, what?
It's,
What makes me behind?
Spike
Never
down,
mind
C.
Stu because they thought the site was clear, but Dylan, so you might start seeing it just in the time at the very end when it's a classic. It's not going to do much from that
30
far.
seconds left.
3 versus 3.
Spike planted.
Oh man, they are ready for the post like sign off one, but two of their players are
Mount is going to get caught up by the
Last player standing. Bring that down. Last player standing. Thrifty.
Once again, Zab, that's the follow-up. There is peeking off your friends.
teammates.
You don't need to hit
I find
people, you
them.
still want to
I
hit your
kill
shot.
them.
But worst
Simple as
case, you got a buddy behind you. You only dance on the ground.
Oh, it's so good.
9 to 5. Both teams having taken a round in the second half. Apologies. I think I just bonked the microphone.
Do you see the, I guess, hero Bucky on the side of you of Edmure and the sheriffs?
Flanked by the sheriffs.
Man, that flank out on Seaside with
Placing
Fade
sentry.
getting behind. I don't know why that floored me so bad.
Have you seen the one clip
There.
of the CSGO players running into each other in skills? I can't really love saying it.
I don't think I have, but I can picture what you're talking about.
I'll have to show you
And
afterwards.
that's very funny. That is very funny.
SVSU playing super passive, sitting back in our spawn. We vibing. Zap, he knows what he's doing. He's got his space on A. This is no longer their site. He's claimed the space that they've been, they've been playing aggro.
Oh.
They've been pushing up. Sorry for jumping on knife peaks. That's what we mean. That's what people are saying. If I'm hating, man, you find one around the corner with Bucky. Zap is going to make it a little bit more annoying. Chris, if you actually try and push in here, we're losing a lot of our information getting from the site.
Spike down A.
Jack is on the high ground, but it's never mind.
Oh, all the kills. 2 on each side.
And now it's just gonna be U of M trying to find their way back onto this site. The Rays coming from attacker side. Meanwhile, Nemesis.
30 seconds left.
I believe the spike has been attempted to be planted 4 times
Target
so far
out.
this round.
They're doing such a good job.
Last player
Off of their
standing.
util. Sheep does go down. Smashing. Where's he walking to?
Are we gonna see the flank? What are we gonna go for?
He's got 14 seconds. He's got to go for a play somewhere. Looking for B site. Because that's the closest one he
10
can actually
seconds
make.
left.
They are taking their guess that he's on B site. This is going to be
Spike
really
planted.
close. He actually manages to get out. He can put his util down so
missiles
he can
away.
immediately go ahead and defuse. And that's going to give him some time to back up, try and figure out what he's going to do here. The Killjoy is taking a guess. They're showing which angle they'd like to keep looking
One
at.
enemy
Defuse
remaining.
Raze goes down. And now it's just going to be Nemesis versus Smash. And if he can actually manage to stall it out, KJ pushes up, so he finds the kill and is going to have his ult ready for next round.
What a play there. And planting
Remember,
it right
I hit them with explosives.
the
Then you go.
entrance to that corridor was massive because they didn't have to go try to peek. He could just watch it from that angle. And the defenders had to come to him.
A lot of the time with planting Spike, if you have the option, it's not going to be where's the safest spot for you to plant, it's where's the least safe spot for them to defuse from.
And especially with the Teo abilities, right at the start, making sure you have plenty of time there. So it's just not a shot for the defenders to pull fast.
It's sort of weird buying on both sides. It's almost a full buy. We skimped a little bit, had some coupons, they didn't accept them. We are going to be seeing it once again.
Ooh, casting is a joy. Oh my gosh. You see it, they still exist.
And we're going to be finding a pick off of that. Sheep does go down. Meanwhile, it's just you finding 2. We're going to see how that plays out for him.
Teo still has the ult online, hasn't been used yet. Is a solid ult for both attack Mr. and Zap. Doing some trading.
That ult orb for a player is honestly sort of worth it. There's so much going on. Deep coming from I can't speak. Defender spawn. Meanwhile, the KJ are coming all the way from attacker spawn. It's going to take them a second to get there, but once they do, they're going to have a beautiful finish on SVSU.
See a bit of a pincer maneuver as I'd imagine both these defenders are going to hit at the same time. Oh, that is what we call a high-low. That's what that's called.
We want no angles. Oh, this poor KJ if they hit this door. Don't do it.
Oh no.
It's not worth it. Oh no,
Oh
all this
no.
is
Last player
Yep.
standing.
Yep, that's brutal.
It is just going to be deep now left on the post plant, going for the option star, trying to get a little bit closer. They know that all of SVSU is behind this tree, and now it's coming in to kill, so they really don't have time to defuse. SVSU going to be taking that. That's a very nice shot going around the corner.
Incredible gunplay. At this level, you're going to see some of those crispy shots on both sides. It's so fun to watch. That's why they buy sheriffs, because while it's harder, in theory, it's almost as good as a Phantom or a Vandal. It's still one shot to the head, minus that super long range.
It's close enough for this map. Apparently, we are going to be seeing 11 to 5. Sort of forced by. Shpeggy's going to be saving. Never mind, there's the rest of the force buy from U of M. They do not want to give SVSU this next round. One trying to stop the Devil's so fast on Ages going in. We are turning this into a team deathmatch once again. SVSU is going to be pushing into the KJ, but they will have this slow hydraulic press on the rest of U of M behind them.
This is an angle you don't normally see. Oh yeah, there's still
Face your fear!
Down goes the Killjoy lockdown.
Spike planted.
Answered by SVSU. Back a little bit, but another trade coming out 1-1. Going to be SVSU still down a player though, but they do have 2 ults to their name.
What is happening? People shooting through boxes, flanking,
Is this team death?
I guess so.
The Oscar's going to be going down. Ray's ults, and now it's going to be even. SVSU still has tail as well in case. Fresh did go down. She finds
One enemy remaining.
Just going to be one left from the side of U of M. Tail still has ultimate. They could honestly just back off site and run down. They need to. Barely, and then not checking the corner because they wanted the kill. That's honestly fair. I forgot that was even there. Once again, we have the mini-map. I didn't know Smashing was there.
Eventually, we'll get in the habit of looking there. Potentially last round here is Sagmai's at 12 points. At this point, U of M cannot save because there's no next round to save for. They will have to buy as much as they can each round. That is why we see the Judge and the Marshal.
The current goal they have is like rush forward, try and find one of the guns off that initial pick, and then go from there.
That's kind of all they can play for. They got the Marshal to maybe find a pick at long range, maybe rat in a corner with the Judge. It'll be up to Saginaw to make sure they're not playing at the extreme long or extreme close range.
Oh my gosh, keep getting jumped by most of SVSU because there's so much util that they just had to spare there. I was going to make a comment of the Boombot meta turning into we just wait for it to jump into our crosshair and then shoot it then.
It makes sense. It makes sense. Why look down and get distracted by it?
If you shoot it, they're going to know you're there anyways. Might as well wait.
I know exactly
now,
where
stack
you
on
are.
A, the Cypher upload coming out. Now, the pick is going to be doing for SVSU.
Rushing Nemesis out into a more uncomfortable position.
Spike down A.
Find one.
Spike planted.
Here, all heroes can't quite find anything, but other than space with the ultimate. You see the KO. Oh, if you can't get this KO down.
Go ahead.
Last player standing.
She finds one breach left and it'll be taken down by
Attackers
what? I don't
win.
even know.
Okay, going back, smashing into finding one with the ult. The Breach got one. Sheep found the last one, I believe, and then Breach
found another.
ended up trading out because Valorant does that sometimes.
That's the works, I guess.
That is going to be SVSU taking it 13-5. We're going to be getting that last round breakdown real quick the best way we have. We really do need a replay spectator at some point.
It'll happen probably.
Probably. One day.
5 years into the game, it's looking. They said that might be a maybe. Anyway, great last round. Last game is ever not quite as close, but we did still get to see great plays from both sides. Awesome flicks, fantastic post plants. What more can you ask for? What more can you ask for? That'll be Saginaw winning 2-0 on map 2. That'll put them their score their overall at 2-0. And yeah, that's the start of week 2. It's the start of week 2. We have Smash Brothers tomorrow. We have nothing on Wednesday. A little bit more open gaming hours for anybody at Saginaw. Thursday is Rocket League, and Friday alternates
We-
between League and Overwatch.
Actually, we'll not be having streams this Friday because guess what? We're going to GLIAC. That's right.
I forgot we're going to
It's that time
Glen!
of year
We're
again,
doing
so
it.
we're going to be spamming our socials and spamming the stream with information about the. I already forgot the name. Great Lakes International
something conference.
Athletic Conference, but it's esports, not athletics.
It is in fact esports. This will be an in-person event. It's going to be at Purdue. Last year it was at Ferris. We'll be heading down to Indiana for our matches. Right, Indiana?
Yep.
I'm not right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Purdue Northwest. You will get to see faces like our Valorant team there. You get to see our Rocket League, everything but Overwatch, actually, because they just don't have that game for some reason.
Which is a little unfortunate. We won't get to see them, but we'll still get to see everybody else. It'll be a big event with all the other GLIAC teams in person. Woo! For
Those-
Smash, that's especially woo.
Those streams will be taking place on Saturday and Sunday, so tune into, I believe, Purdue Northwest's Twitch to catch them there. We will also be posting the links on our socials and in our Discord.
This is a big event. If you catch one thing for esports other than these sort of nightly streams, this will be the event to watch. Come out and support what we do. Appreciate everybody who came and watched tonight, and everybody who watches the rest of the week, and everybody who tunes in this weekend for GLIAC. Absolutely fantastic game tonight. GG's to the other team. Breaking from Saginaw. Yeah. Anything else we got?
Not really. We will be seeing y'all tomorrow with Smash. Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good one.